Hello and welcome to We Live for Saturday, your favorite college football podcast. I'm your co-host Mike, and with me as always is your other co-host John. John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay so far. I'm looking forward to Monday when it's back in the 60s, and I know we always talk about the weather here because it's just part of life here in the Midwest where it dictates absolutely everything you do. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to finally being in the 60s, and I hope that it's the end of all this. So
Yeah, I'm tired of it being in the 80s.
yeah, it's October. Like
It's October.
it's supposed to be like 87, I think, in like a day or two or something like that.
Ugh.
Something wild.
But
Like
starting in Monday, it looks like extended cool weather.
fingers crossed.
Yeah, that it's finally fall.
Yeah, yeah.
It's finally going to be fall for real.
Yeah. So, I mean, the leaves are changing. It's just time, So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man.
Past time.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, other than that, man, things are okay. Got some interesting games to talk about this week. And, that's about it right now. So I'm just kind of doing my preliminary prep for leaving, for going on the road here again at the end of the month. But so that's always like kind of a process. But, other than that, man, life's okay. How about you? I know you're busy as hell.
Grinding, man. It's a
Yeah.
week I'm grinding. If I sound a little discombobulated, I am grinding pretty hard this week. And I also, what do you call it? My voice hasn't come back yet.
It's better than it was, but it's still, yeah.
You're still pretty hoarse.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good we don't have a home game on Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't have the vocal rest for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good I will just be yelling at my TV.
Yep.
That's important. We have games to talk about before we get into it. We never talked about, we love Petty on this show. We never talked about the end of the Iowa-Indiana game.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So Kirk took all his timeouts like he likes to do late in games when it's close and he's frustrated. The ref stopped a third down play before Indiana took a knee, and then Indiana took the weird safety.
Mm-hmm.
That was all weird. And I want to give it to David West Designs in the chat who brought that up, that we didn't talk about it. And yeah, I mean, Kirk's petty and so's Sig.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm actually surprised it didn't even go further than that. I think if Ferentz had won the game, you would have seen some quotes out of him.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I love it, though. I mean, like, that's part of what makes college football great is the pettiness of these coaches. And it's so much fun to watch. And I love it when it happens, man. Like,
oh, yeah.
And in the Big Ten's full of them now, man. Like, you got Kirk, you got Cignetti, you got Bielema, you got James Franklin. You got guys out there that I think have always got some good things to say, make things controversial.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. We get these coaches. They work hard all year for these games, and all their emotions come out in the games, and there's no way to hide them really.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's just football kind of lays you bare that way, and so we get to see who these guys really are to a large extent.
Yeah,
and they're petty, insecure men mostly, but very talented.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's always fun to watch, and I love some Big Ten petty, so that's good. So we have a lot of teams on bye again this week.
Well, can I bring up one more petty thing?
Yeah.
Another listener and contributor. We've had him on, Doug. And if you want to go at him,
Oregon expert Doug.
Yeah, at Douglas, capital T, capital S. He brought this to our attention, and we want to get this right. And he goes, I'm going to just quote him directly here. He said, "I love ripping on USC as much as anyone, but you need to be factual about it. Saying things like, quote, they just think they can run through the Big Ten like they did the Pac-12, unquote, is not only lazy, it's just flatly inaccurate." When I first read that, I was like, oh, wow.
I was like, he's coming for us.
Yeah, he's coming for us. But here we go. In the final 15 years of the Pac-12, here is what USC did. One conference title, one New Year's Six Bowl win, 5 10-win seasons, 5 6-loss seasons, average 6-3 conference record per year, They are the same team in the Big Ten that they were in the Pac-12, which makes their fans' arrogance all the more laughable and puzzling. Thanks. Keep up the good work.
5 6-loss seasons. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he goes,
That's
and
a lot.
he goes on to say, let me just finish this.
Okay.
What's crazy is that if you go back to 1979, that's the norm over 47 seasons. 47 seasons. The 8-year Pete Carroll run is the exception. 20 plus years of mediocre before and 17 years of mediocre since. But their fans act like the Carroll era is the norm. I mean, shots freaking fired, bro.
Yeah, and I think we were kids during the Carroll era, so that felt
Yeah.
like the norm.
Yep.
But no, Doug is right. So USC, we're sorry. You're more like Nebraska than we thought.
It's true. It's
Much
true.
closer. I see why those fan bases are so tight.
Yeah.
Because they both are living on past glory and hoping to return to it, and it's not happening.
Which totally understandable. I would too, man.
Yeah,
I mean, after the Gophers had their run, if this were the 1980s or 70s or whatever, like, yeah, man, I'd be like, oh man, Minnesota, like, blue blood, wanting that back. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. So
totally.
But again, this is from Doug at Douglas, capital T, capital S. So
yeah, so go after him if you're upset USC fans.
Yes,
he's on Twitter. You'll find him.
So had to get there, had to say that, make sure we were, giving him credit. So
yeah,
that's it.
Absolutely. Is there anything you want to say before we start previewing these games?
Yes, as always, if you want to find We Live for Saturday, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Podcast Addict. You can find us on Twitter at We Live for B1G Sat. You can find Mike at Alibaba26. You can find me, John, at Norwegian Gopher. You can also email us, We Live for Saturday, b1g@gmail.com.
All right. First up, we have 2-2 Wisconsin at 3-1 number 20 Michigan. It's an 11 a.m. game on Fox. The line is Michigan by 17 and a half. Things are bad in Madison.
Yep.
They got blown out by Maryland. After getting blown out by Alabama. But here's the positive. Wisconsin has been pretty good against the run.
Yeah.
Like teams have had a hard time running the ball on them. Mm-hmm. They've been able to throw it all over them, but they've had a hard time running the ball. Yeah. I think even Alabama didn't really run the ball against Wisconsin very well.
Not particularly well. Yeah.
So Michigan kind of only runs the ball. They don't throw it a lot. So if this is the Michigan team that's going to run the ball a bajillion times, maybe Wisconsin can stop the run. Maybe they can make this an ugly game, force a turnover on Bryce Underwood, something like that. I mean, I'm kind of grasping at straws here. Yeah. Trying to make this an interesting game.
Yeah.
I kind of think that. So maybe that's something that could happen. But I also think that it's possible Wisconsin just gets whipped up front.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, what I saw recently, a post on Twitter from someone who covers the Badgers, one of the beat writers, said that Danny O'Neill is taking the vast majority of snaps this week. So
Billy Edwards is still hurt.
I assume, and honestly, man, like, why bring him back even if, at this point in time in the season, especially against a team like Michigan that you are probably likely to lose to, for him to get re-injured for a third time? That's... Yeah. If he has any chance in coming back in this season at any point in time, you want that to happen, and so I think resting him again for this week would be the smart choice, even if, it sucks that that's the option, but, that's what I would do. And, just try to get through it, make it competitive as possible, and, hope for something crazy to happen. But I agree. I think Michigan is just too dominant up front on both sides of the ball. And I think Bryce Underwood is like due to maybe having a coming out game, where he will be able to throw the ball well. And I think, unfortunately for Wisconsin in their secondary, this could be a game where that happens. Now, to be fair, even when Bryce Underwood is throwing the ball, okay, his receivers aren't giving him a ton of help. So other than like Donovan McCulley, like Samaj Morgan isn't fantastic. And it's just, he's not getting.
No, their receivers aren't good.
They aren't good. So you're hoping that Justice Hayes Haynes can find a way to make something happen, and Bryce Underwood incorporating him into the run game as they've been doing, and maybe getting some more out of Donovan McCulley. Like, that's it, man. But again, look at that Michigan defense. They're good. And
Yes.
I just don't believe in Wisconsin's offensive line, and I don't believe in their running game, and I don't believe in Danny O'Neill. So it's going to be, I think it could be really, really rough. And it's in the big house.
What does Wisconsin do well offensively? Anything?
Nothing that
Not yet.
Not that I've seen yet.
Not through 4 games. Now they are coming off a bye.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe they figured something out over the bye. Maybe they've got a really good game plan. Maybe they got a good game script, can come out, score early, make it, play defense, make it interesting. I don't know, man. I think Michigan's going to roll here, and I agree with you. I think this is Bryce Underwood's chance to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Because this Badger secondary looks bad.
Yep. I mean, look, dude, I do you think in my opinion, I mean, look at this. Danny O'Neill has 5 TDs and 5 interceptions.
Yikes.
And I just don't know. Is this a weird take that I think Wisconsin, yet even with that I think Wisconsin's pass game looks better than their run game?
I mean, I agree with you, but man, when Danny O'Neill throws it up, that one interception he threw last game was a lollipop.
Yep.
I mean, it was like you were playing 500 in the backyard and he just threw it up for grabs. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
So he's got to make better decisions. Wisconsin has to run the ball better if they're going to have any chance. The whole idea this year is that running was going to be their identity, and so far it has not come to fruition.
Not gone well. Yeah. So.
No. But I do agree. I think this is I don't know if Sharon Moore will do it because he's pretty, conservative at times. But I agree. This is the chance to get Bryce Underwood, have him throw it like 25 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And see how it goes against a secondary that isn't very good.
Yep.
So I think, and against a team that has a decent run defense, like we said with Wisconsin. So if Michigan can't throw the ball for whatever reason, maybe this is kind of close for a while.
Yeah. Could be.
But I think Michigan's going to be able to throw the ball because everyone's been able to throw the ball against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And Bryce Underwood is getting better as time goes on. And, I just don't trust that Badger secondary at all.
No, I don't either. And I don't trust that offense to be effective against that Michigan defense.
Yeah. 17.5 points. That's a big spread.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it being kind of close the first half. Michigan doesn't always start out very fast. But I think just like what they've been doing, they'll beat you up for that first half. And then, maybe halfway through the third quarter is when they just kind of break through.
Lower the boom and start breaking off big runs.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I just think Michigan's going to be more physical up front. And I think they have a lot better skill talent. Wisconsin just, they're having a hard time doing anything right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the question is, if Wisconsin's going to improve this season, this kind of has to be it. It's coming off a bye. They got to play a little better. I'm not saying they have to win.
Yep.
But they have to play a little better and show they can do something offensively and that their secondary can play a little better.
Yeah. I mean, look, you and I both don't like moral victories, but I think that even a moral victory would help in Madison at this point in time.
Yeah. I mean, if they played this game close, I think that would be construed as positive, which yikes.
Yeah.
Moral victories against, I don't know. I don't know, man. Not great. What do you have for a score?
I have Michigan 28, Wisconsin 13.
Yeah. I think it's like 20 Michigan 27, Wisconsin 10. Like, I think it's right in that ballpark. I don't think Michigan's going to score a ton of points. I don't think they're going to need to.
Yeah.
I think they're going to run the ball a lot and possess it. And there's going to be minimal possessions in this game for both teams. And I think Luke Fickell probably also just wants to get out of here without getting too injured.
Yeah.
and move on to some games where he might be able to win.
Mm-hmm.
But it just doesn't get that much easier for Wisconsin going forward.
Sure doesn't.
I mean, they have Iowa next, which if Gronowski doesn't play, they could beat Iowa.
Yeah, there's a shot for sure.
Like a real shot. But then they have Ohio State and Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And then Washington, IU, Illinois, and Minnesota. Yeah, it's a schedule, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That is a tough schedule for anybody, let alone a team that's reeling the way that Wisconsin is.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
Did I mention this was an 11 a.m. game on Fox?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if I said that. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I think this Michigan defense is really impressive. You know, I think the Michigan run game, like you said, it might take a while, but eventually they get it going. And, you know, I think the beat rolls on, you know, in Ann Arbor.
Yep. I'm with you.
Right on.
Cool.
All right, moving on. We have the 4-1, number 22, Illinois Illini, going to West Lafayette to take on the 2-2 Purdue Boilermakers. This is an 11 a.m. game on the Big Ten Network. The line is Illinois by 9.5 with a total over under of 57.5, baby. So we're expecting points. Get excited. In all seriousness, Illinois had a lot of trouble with Purdue.
Yeah.
Illinois lost a lot of games to Purdue. Illinois almost lost to the worst Purdue team I've ever seen last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have to go to Ross 8 to play.
Yeah.
I think Illinois is good enough to win by 2 scores, but psychologically, is Purdue in their heads a little bit?
I mean, Purdue has gotten in a lot of people's heads over the years, and you're right. Like I don't know what kind of magic happens there from time to time, but it doesn't.
But specifically against Illinois, they've had a lot of success against Illinois.
Yeah, so it's I don't know, man. I mean, look, is Ryan Brown like? Does he make some mistakes and throwing some interceptions? Yeah, but like he's not bad by any means. Like he's not an incompetent quarterback, and he's mobile. And like Devin
It's a coherent offensive system, which we didn't see last year.
Yeah.
And the defense isn't, it's maybe not great, but they play hard.
Yeah. Like it's a competitive team. So you can't take them lightly by any means. Like this is not UCLA at all. Like this is not a bottom.
I don't even think it's Northwestern. I think Purdue's better than them.
I agree. And we've been saying that. Like I think, and this is a team that you can't take lightly. And I think that, Illinois is going to have to go in there fully prepared and cause some real damage, and they're going to have to start out hot, because I don't know if they start behind, I'm not sure if they'll be able to catch up, because it just seems like one of those games, man, like a bit of a trap game type of feel, and I would watch out. Like this would be one that it wouldn't totally surprise me if Purdue pulls off the upset. I'm not calling it that way, but I wouldn't be sit here flabbergasted.
No, I won't be. I won't be shocked at all if Purdue wins this game. Like I said, it's been a house of horrors, and some teams or some programs just have other programs figure out. And I just wonder how the Illinois running game goes. Because if Illinois can run the ball effectively, consistently, I think they win this game. They win this game going away.
Yeah.
But if Purdue makes it hard to run the ball and Illinois becomes one-dimensional and Purdue can tee off in the pass rush, and they can force a turnover or two, and Ryan Brown can scramble around and do his Ryan Brown, pretty scrambly stuff. Like this could be good. It could be a really good game.
It could. I agree.
I think Illinois is going to win. I think they eventually pull away and win by like 10.
Yeah.
But I think, I just think that this is one that they can pull off. Illinois has got to win this game. They still have college football playoff ambitions. They're still a very solid team, as they showed in that big win against USC last week, excuse me. Honestly, that's Purdue's best chance, is that Illinois is hungover a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
So like if I'm Purdue, I'm dialing up deep balls right away.
Yep.
I want to see if Illinois is awake. I want to see if I can get a quick lead. If I can go 7 or 10 or 14-0 to start, then you got a shot.
Yep.
Then you're playing from ahead, then the game script is in your favor. Then Brett Bielema has to adjust what he does. you know?
Mhm.
So yeah, dude, I don't know. How do you see this? What do you got? What do you think score wise?
I mean, I see. Yeah, I think Illinois should win this game. They really should. I think Luke Altmaier, could have a really good game against this team if he plays smart and everybody's awake and they're alert, like you just said. But let's not forget Devin Mockabee too. Like always has a random game where he just goes absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
And I don't know. This could be it. So I
Could be.
have this score. I have this 23-13.
Okay. So you think it's lower scoring. Interesting.
I do.
I think we see more points here.
You do?
I think we see some turnovers. I think we see a little bit of sloppy play. I think Purdue's got some piss and vinegar. Yeah, I think this is going to be interesting for a while. I've got Illinois 34, Purdue 24.
Okay.
So I think it's interesting for a while. I think Illinois pulls away in the second half. But at halftime, I think it's stressful.
I feel like it's going to be like Illinois is going to look like they're struggling more than Purdue most of the game.
Yeah.
But I know Purdue won't put up a ton of points, but I feel like they're going to always look like they're about to score at any moment. That's kind of where I'm at with this. So it's going to be a stressful game for Illini fans, in my opinion.
So Luke Altmaier so far is completing over 71% of his passes with a 9.4 yard average, 11 TDs and 0 interceptions.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's really good.
Amazing.
But he's taken 17 sacks.
That's insane.
17 sacks. So blitz, Purdue.
Yeah.
Blitz. Go at him. Go at Luke Altmaier. Attack him. And if he beats you deep, he beats you deep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
If I'm Purdue, I'm throwing the whole kitchen sink. I'm saying, F it. We're going to go cover 0 blitz. We're going to go cover 1 blitz. We're going to put maybe 1 or 0 safeties back there on several downs and try to get tackles for loss and try to disrupt passing lanes and try to sack, fumble, all that kind of stuff. So I'm attacking because 17 is a lot. So that's, to me, that's the spot. If Purdue is going to get them, they got to be aggressive defensively.
Yeah. Yep.
Because if not, I think Bielema gets to play this game at his pace the way he wants to. So I think you got to be a little risky here, Purdue. What do you got to lose?
Exactly.
No one's picking you to win this game. No one's picking you to go to a bowl game. What do you have to lose right now?
Yep.
You're in year 1 of a rebuild. It's all house money. Just go for it.
Yep. Totally with you.
I don't think they will.
That being said,
I don't think they will. I think Barry Odom is probably, most head coaches are a little conservative.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, which we can get into that. That's a whole different podcast, but are more conservative than they should be. And they get rewarded for that in their careers more often than not. So yeah, but yeah, I think this is going to be a game, man. I'm going to be watching it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because this is, let's see, we got this at 11 a.m. Yeah. 2 Big Ten games at 11 a.m. Love it. Got my 2 TVs. Kind of going to have them all set up. I'm going to start with Wisconsin, Michigan. No, I'm not. Who am I kidding? I'm going to start with Illinois, Purdue on the main TV. If Wisconsin, Michigan is close, I might switch and have that be the main TV at some point.
Sure.
But I just don't know if it's going to be close.
I'll start watching it just because, you got to get a good hate watch in.
Yeah.
And see how that goes. But if it is interesting, I'll keep watching it. If it looks like it's, moving in the direction we expect it to, then yeah, I'll switch over to Illinois, Purdue.
Oh, plus I didn't even think about this. The Wisconsin, Michigan is the big noon game.
Yep.
So we can get some Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt in our lives.
Joel
Klatt, great at calling plays, not very good at podcasting.
Yeah.
He's really good at calling games. He sees scheme well. He's good at but podcasting, man, he's a snooze.
Yeah.
He really is. Hey, should we pour one out for the Athlon Cover 2 podcast? Canceled mid-season.
That's right. We should pick that. Yeah.
Braden Gall. I will say, when we borrowed the dream road trip idea from him, somebody went and snitched on Twitter like we did something bad, even though we credited and linked them in our episode.
Yeah.
And I said that. I was like, no, we credited and linked him. And Braden Gall like gave us a thumbs up. It was like,
yeah. He was like, that's cool. Like,
yeah. So I have nothing against Braden Gall. Wish him the best. It sounds like he got fired or let go or whatever,
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully
I'm sure he'll find work somewhere
I'm
else.
sure he'll find somewhere. He'll land on his feet. He's been around forever.
Yeah.
Guys like that are cockroaches. They don't die.
Yeah.
They just move to other media companies.
It's true.
Yeah. Right on.
Cool.
So yeah, 34-24, I think, Illini. But don't be shocked if Purdue somehow wins this game.
Yeah.
And it is an emotional letdown spot. I do think it's possible Illinois comes out flat. And the game is, man, I'll tell you, Purdue's crowd shows up, man. Like, I've seen it. They cheer and they pack that stadium. And I think that the fact that they're getting better and showing improvement means it's going to be a big home field advantage.
Yeah, I've never been to Ross-Ade, but like I believe it, man. It never looks like it's empty. Like on TV.
No, it's not, dude. They show up.
Yeah.
They show up and fill it.
Yeah.
And it's an ugly, dirty stadium.
Yeah.
It's terrible. They have a literal trash, or at least when I went to see a game, they had a literal giant trash receptacle like pushed up against the stadium. And I was like, this is not a good optics, Purdue. You're making yourself look like literal trash here.
Yeah.
What are we doing? But their crowd shows up, they cheer hard, they make noise, like they're real. They're a real team. You have to be on your game. And I think Illinois will be, but not right away. Bless you. Yeah, so I think Illinois will be, but not right away. And Purdue, I think Purdue is going to get somebody this year. I don't know if it's going to be Illinois, but I don't think it's going to be Illinois, but they're going to get somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
So I would be, if I'm Brett Bielema, I am knocking it through my team's head this week that this is not a pushover game.
Well, I hope they get the Illini this week so that they don't get us.
Get us next week.
Yeah.
You want them to win, huh? Oh, psychologically, you want them to blow. See, I don't necessarily want them to win. I want them to lose in like 3 overtimes.
Yeah, sure.
So it's just an emotional gut
that
shot.
Works. Whatever gives us the chance, not that
really,
I
this podcast and everything is really just about positioning the Gophers to win.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just kidding. Oh man, dude, I thought I shook this cold. It's been almost 3 weeks on Thursday, and I'm still coughing a little bit.
Jesus. Yeah. It lasted at least 2 weeks, if not just a little bit more for me. But yeah, man, it's tough, whatever it is that's been going around here. But
yeah, it's no good. It wasn't COVID. I took a COVID test. It was not that.
Yeah.
But it was something. It's been something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm mostly better now, but like, okay, I'm still a little, congested and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, we have a game.
Ugh.
The number 7, 3-1 Penn State Nittany Lions going to LA to take on the 0-4 UCLA Bruins. This is a 2:30 p.m. game on the on the CBS. Cue the horns. The line is Penn State by 25.5. There could not be a worse spot to catch Penn State in.
Yeah.
They're going to be angry.
Yep.
They feel disillusioned. They feel like their season is teetering on the brink after that brutal double overtime loss to Oregon. I think we see Penn State be more aggressive than they've been all year. I think they attack. I think they throw the ball downfield. I think they run it well. I think this is like 31-0 at half or something. I think Penn State needs to come out and have that kind of game. And I think James Franklin knows they need to come out and have that kind of game where the offense rolls, because the offense has been so hit and miss.
I mean, I agree. I think that's what should happen. I'm just a little nervous, not to say by any means, this is not me saying that like Penn State will ever be in danger of losing this game, but I am a little concerned that they might show up a little sleepy. I mean, they're going completely across to the other side of the country.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's tough. All those time zone changes. So do they look a little sleepy? A little while to get ready, get going. Not to say that I think they're ever really in true danger of losing this game, but does UCLA look like they might have a chance at the end of the first half? You know what I mean? Until, they wake up and they get it going here in the second. I could see something like that happening, but I agree. I think they're going to play angry. I think that they need to prove to, the voters that they're still a national title contender.
Yeah.
So they have to absolutely destroy UCLA. And I think they very well could. I mean,
I'm worried that Dennis Sutton is going to hurt Nico.
It's possible.
Because nobody can block him.
No.
I mean, Oregon could. Dude, it was 3-3 at halftime in Oregon, Penn State. And the only reason that they scored points in the second half is because they stopped calling holding. Mm-hmm. They were just like, we have to stop calling holding because neither of these teams, like Penn State couldn't block Oregon, Oregon couldn't block Penn State. And so at halftime, I think the refs were like, hey, just so you know, not going to be a lot of holding penalties.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got the buzz from like the TV studio that was like, this is our big game this week. We need some points.
Yeah.
I'm mostly kidding, but only mostly because I am a little suspicious because they were called, in the first half. I mean, there was nothing happening because those defensive lines were so dominant.
Yeah. They're incredible.
So, yeah, I think Nico's going to be running for his life here.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you have for the score?
Oh, man. I'm going to say Penn State 42, UCLA 6.
Okay. I mean, I think it could be even worse. I have Penn State 48 and UCLA 3.
You're probably right.
I think that field goal comes at like garbage time.
Late. Like it's a late field goal.
Game. Yeah.
I'm giving them credit and saying they have a scripted drive to get in a field goal range, like on their first drive.
Sure.
Like they scripted it up and Penn State's flat and, not ready to play and, and doesn't buckle up until the red zone and kind of thing. Yeah. So UCLA, at least it's basketball season soon.
It's true. It's true.
And as we root for a school that doesn't really field a basketball team. So, hey, you got, we obviously it's not as bad as being bad at football, but it still sucks being bad at basketball. So we feel your pain a little bit.
Yep.
And hope, I hope UCLA can put it together and beat somebody at some point, but I just don't think it's going to happen this year.
Nope. I don't see it at all.
Yeah. All right. Should we move on?
Yep.
Next up, we have the 3-1 Washington Huskies head to College Park to take on the 4-0 Maryland Terrapins. This is a 2:30 p.m. game on the Big Ten Network. The line is Washington by 6.5. And is that disrespect to these Terrapins? Do you just rock into College Park and take out Malik Washington? I don't know if you do. He's pretty good. He's really good.
He is very good.
Yeah.
But it's October now.
It is October.
September is gone.
I do think Maryland's better than they've been, though.
I agree, but...
Like, this is the best they've been since Talia, right?
Yeah, but even with Talia, we've been here before.
With Talia, the best they ever did was 8-5.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's how it's going to go, Terrapin fans. I'm just saying September is over, and this is when things get a little shaky generally. Not saying it's going to happen, but look out.
The spread started at 5.5, and it's now moved to 6.5. So the money is coming in on Washington.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about it all the time. I like Maryland. I like Malik Washington. I think Maryland has nice receivers.
Mm-hmm.
The defense has been a pleasant surprise so far.
Yep.
Washington's really explosive.
Mm-hmm.
I know they didn't look like it against Ohio State last week, but Damon Williams can throw and he can run.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah Coleman is arguably the best running back in the Big Ten.
Yep.
Even last week, he ran fine.
Yeah.
When they couldn't get anything else going, he could run the ball. He still ran the ball fine. And then Denzel Boston is, one of the 5 best receivers in the Big Ten.
Yep.
I think that's going to be tough for Maryland, especially because the way you beat Washington to me is you're better than them on the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do to Washington. But Maryland's not great on the line of scrimmage either. They never have been under Loxley.
No.
That's never been the focus. It's been about the skill players and the passing game and that kind of stuff. So I think this is a good game.
Yeah.
But I think Washington's ability to run the ball is the difference. I think the fact that they have both Damon Williams and Jonah Coleman can do damage on the ground, I think makes it hard for Maryland. I mean, Washington's only thrown one interception so far, but like Maryland's leading rusher on the season is averaging under 4 yards a carry.
Yeah.
All their running backs are averaging under 4 yards a carry. They have 3 backs who have had 25 or more touches. And none of them can run the ball. So Maryland can't run the ball.
Yeah.
Like even a little bit. And I think that's the difference. I think the fact that Washington can run the ball means they can control play more. I think they're going to win time of possession pretty significantly, keep in a rhythm, and keep Malik Washington off the field as much as they can.
Yeah. I mean, I think what Maryland has going for them, again, we're talking about time zones. This is the total other side of the country. I think that could factor in for a bit, but I agree. And frankly, to me, it's Jonah Coleman. Like, I just haven't seen anyone be able to really stop him
from
getting his. I think you can slow down Damon Williams. I think you can slow down, Denzel Boston. I think that's possible to do those things. But Jonah Coleman, man, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen even Ohio State. Like, really looking at it, like I don't think they were able to really truly stop Jonah Coleman from getting his. And
he had like 13 carries for what, like 80 yards?
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty good.
That's pretty good against an Ohio State defense.
Yeah.
And Maryland's defense is not that. So
no.
I think it's going to be a little bit back and forth. Maryland will get his, Malik Washington will get his. Maryland will score. But I think in the end, it's going to just be, the fact that Washington has a more balanced offense, and they'll find a way to slow down Washington enough that they're not going to be able to win the game, in my opinion. But
yeah, I mean, if Maryland's going to win, they need Knotts and Smith and Farouk to go off.
Yeah.
They have to be able to get open consistently downfield, and Malik Washington has shown he can get it to his receivers, So I think that's what has to happen. But yeah, I lean Washington here. I think it's a good game.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think Maryland has chances to win the game. Absolutely.
And Washington, remember, they're crossing a bunch of time zones too.
Yep. That's exactly it. Yeah.
They may not be at their absolute best to start the game.
Yep.
Going 3 hours out of your time zone.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we could see Maryland get off to a fast start. Mike Locksley is good at fast starts.
Yep.
So if Maryland can get ahead early, we could have a real game here.
Mm-hmm. I think Maryland is going to have plenty of chances to win this game. I do. I think it could be a lot of back and forth, a bit of a shootout, if you will. But with Jonah Coleman, like I said, I feel like that's the key factor for me. And the ability to run. So
it's the difference in the game, I think.
Yeah. So I'm picking Washington to win this game. I have Washington. Let's see. Where do I write down? I have Washington 38 and Maryland 24.
Yeah, I have. I almost sneezed and it went away. So that's going to come back at some point. I didn't mean for. I was like, okay, sneeze, Michael, and it just didn't happen.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I think it's something like 30-24 Washington.
Yeah,
like in that range. I think we see a fair amount of points. I think Maryland makes this interesting, man.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
If Maryland wins this game, then we gotta start talking about the Terrapins.
Well, and that's just it. I think this is a more important game for Maryland than it is for Washington. And I'm sure Husky fans would disagree, but I really think that this is a must win for them to be able to continue throughout their season and not do what they always do or usually do in October. Yeah. If that happens, that narrative is coming right back, and it's going to be back to, is Locksley never going to really be able to pull it off in College Park, and understandably so. So we'll see.
And the schedule gets a lot harder for Maryland after this. Starting with Washington, because then they have Nebraska. They do have UCLA after that, so that should be a win. But then Indiana, Rutgers, Illinois, Michigan.
Yeah,
what's coming up on the schedule?
Yeah.
So if Maryland wants to make, I know it's weird to say at 4-0, But if Maryland wants to make a bowl game, this is a game they should win.
Yep.
Because there aren't, there are some games on the schedule that they're probably not going to have a great chance in.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they go bowling this year, but yeah.
I think so too. I think they make it. I mean, they're already 4-0.
Yep.
So they got to beat UCLA and one other team.
Mm-hmm. I think it's very possible.
I think it's doable.
Yep.
I think if Mike Loxley does that, he will have saved his job.
Yeah.
And he might have already, just with Malik Washington and how well that's going.
Well, exactly. And the receivers, I think the fact that you still see that there's life and there's fight in this team, and he keeps recruiting and getting guys in, man. I mean, he's doing something right.
The DMV has no shortage of skill players to recruit.
Yep.
And Loxley takes full advantage of that.
Yes, he does.
As he should. Good for him. All right, John. Should we talk about this boring non-conference game? So we've got somehow in week 6, we have UL Monroe at 3-1 going to Evanston to take on the Northwestern 2-2 Northwestern Wildcats. It's a 2:30 p.m. game on the Big Ten Network. The line is Northwestern, but by just 11.5. So, all right, Cats, Wildcats, let's see it. Let's see it. Put it on them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want this to be close in the second half. I don't want this to be, Northwestern was down 17-14, but then they scored. And now if they can just hold on to this one score lead, they're going to, no. This is a group of 5 team that you're better than. I want to see you exceed the spread.
Yeah.
You beat UCLA last week. That's a big confidence booster. You ran the ball. You're running the ball better. You've sort of realized what Preston Stone's limitations are and are taking account for that in the offense. I think Northwestern should roll here. I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
I think so too. But what I want to see 0 turnovers. I want to see Preston Stone not throw an interception, not fumble the ball. I want to see complete control, a steady, methodical offense. I want to see Komolafe be effective. I want to see the pass game be effective. That's what we need to see here, so they look competent and not making mistakes. So
I think Komolafe has a big day.
I think Komolafe has a big day, and I like I said, if Preston Stone just looks like a competent game manager type of quarterback, I'll be happy. And the defense I fully expect to show up, so I'm not worried about them at all.
They don't need a lot from Stone. They only threw it 18 times last week.
Yeah. So I just want to see
if he can go for 12 for 18, that's probably pretty good for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, if he can do that again.
Yep. Just no turnovers. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
So I expect a big win. I agree. I think by at least 2 scores for sure.
Yeah. Right on.
Next, what's your score prediction?
Oh yeah. I think it's like 27-13.
Okay. I like that. Yeah. I had 27-10. So
27-10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're close.
Yep.
Right on. Okay. Moving on. We have the 3-1 Michigan State Spartans heading to Lincoln to take on the 3-1 Nebraska Cornhuskers. This is a 3 p.m. game on FS1. The line is Nebraska by 11.5. Is that too many points, John?
I mean, it sounds like it. I think it is not, but it's not impossible. I don't think
not impossible
is by any
all.
means impossible. I don't want to throw any shade on Nebraska by any means. But I do think it's a little much, in my opinion. Yeah.
This is a really interesting quarterback matchup.
It is.
Dylan Raiola has been very good this year. And Aiden Childs has been very good this year.
Mm-hmm.
And neither team runs the ball great.
Yeah.
And Nebraska can't stop the run. They're giving up 6 yards a carry still at this point in the season, which is not great. We saw what happened against Michigan and stuff like that.
Yep.
So you can run on Nebraska, but I don't know if Michigan State can run on anybody.
That's the thing. Exactly. And that Michigan State offensive line, man, or at least their run blocking is not good, at all.
It's not good. And Aiden Childs has taken 10 sacks this year. So it's not like the pass blocking's been amazing either, unless you blame Childs for holding the ball too long, which he does sometimes.
He does sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. I I want to see Joe Rossi's defense play better.
Yeah.
I just feel like a Joe Rossi defense, like Nebraska should be scared going into this. They should be like, oh man, how are we going to score points? But I don't think they are, because Michigan State's defense is not as good as I expected it to be.
Well,
not nearly.
Well, like you've been saying, every time we talk about Michigan State and we talk about Joe Rossi, and I think you're right, is like against a quarterback like Dylan Raiola, you can't do that bend but don't break thing. I think quarterbacks, like you said, are better than what they used to be, and they can pick apart defenses like that now. And I think Dylan Raiola has the ability to do that against his Joe Rossi defense. And Michigan State is too one-dimensional, man. Like with Aiden Childs is it. Like that's about it. And I mean, O'Kelly, like they have a couple good receivers, of course, but like I don't know, man. Yes, and it's also in Memorial Stadium, so it's in Lincoln. But I gotta give it to Nebraska here, man. I think they're just the more competent team at this time. I don't trust Michigan State's defense. They obviously cannot run the ball to save their freaking lives, even though I do think they have a couple good running backs.
They have good running backs. They can't block for them.
They just can't block for them. So and yes, Nebraska isn't running the ball particularly well either, but they still look more competent running the ball than Michigan State at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think the receivers are good for both these teams.
Yeah.
So I think it's good passing game versus good passing game. But yeah, I think the difference is that Nebraska can run the ball a little bit, and Emmett Johnson's having a decent year.
Yep.
He's playing pretty well. I don't think he's amazing or anything.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at it, he's got 391 yards through 4 games on 5.5 yards per carry.
Mm-hmm.
You'll take that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Take that. Mm-hmm. So I do think he's the difference in the game, is the fact that he can run the ball and Michigan State, can't. But I think it's a 1-score game.
I agree. Yeah.
I don't think this is a blowout at all. I think that Nebraska might be ahead, and maybe it's a backdoor cover, but I think it's something like 27-20 Nebraska.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got 30-24 Nebraska.
Okay, so you think some points.
I'm seeing some point. I just have faith that both quarterbacks are going to be able to be able to throw it and get it into the end zone. But I do think Nebraska wins. And I think Nebraska looks like they're in control the whole game.
The whole game, huh? You don't think it's going to be back and forth?
I don't. I mean, I think it's going to be close, but I don't think at.
But you think it's mean like you feel Nebraska's in control, even if it's
yes. I feel like it's sure, like Nebraska will score, but Michigan State's always going to be playing catch up, and they're just not going to be able to ever capitalize. I think, and that's. And frankly, I think mainly because of the defense. I know that we're focusing offensively on the lack of a running game at all from Michigan State, but I think it's going to be the defense just can't really stop Dylan Raiola enough that it's going to feel like Nebraska is pretty much in control the whole time.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see. I'm definitely excited to watch that game.
Yeah.
I'm afraid. Yeah, I think I'm going to start with Penn State, UCLA, and Washington, Maryland, but I'm pretty sure come 3:00, I'm going to turn it away. I'm going to turn over to Michigan State, Nebraska, and stop watching Penn State, UCLA, unless UCLA makes it interesting.
Maybe.
Which I don't think is going to happen.
No.
That seems unlikely.
Yeah. I mean, I for me, it's at this time slot, it's Washington, Maryland, and Michigan State, Nebraska, for sure. That's what I'll be paying attention to.
I think Sparty has a chance if they can win the turnover battle.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But they got to force a turnover or two on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to score off those turnovers.
Yeah.
I think if they're going to have a chance. Just because, like we said, the running game for Nebraska is just so much better than what Michigan State has. And I think, I don't think either one of these defenses are great. But I probably trust Nebraska's a little more.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with that.
Same. Yeah.
And that's all the games.
That's it. Yep. Have fun,
Just
everybody.
kidding.
Enjoy your week.
Just kidding. All right. Last up, we have the 3-1 Minnesota Golden Gophers going to Columbus to take on the number 1 ranked team in the land, the 4-0 Ohio State Buckeyes. This is a 6:30 p.m. game on NBC, as I like to call it, the Here Comes Saturday Night game. And they played the theme song last week.
Oh, good.
So good for them. I was so annoyed when they didn't play it the week before.
I'm sure they were listening to the podcast and they were like, we cannot upset Michael Allen one more time.
Yeah. You know? Well, good for you. Get it together. The line is Ohio State by 24.5 with the total over under around 45. I mean, is there a world where Minnesota wins this game? Sure. It's possible. They win the turnover battle significantly. You know, if they win the turnover battle by like 3, if they score early, if they catch Ohio State off guard, if they make a play on special teams, if. Minnesota's not going to win this game.
Yeah.
I don't think Minnesota is going to be super competitive in this game. And further, I don't think PJ Fleck is even going to try to win this game very hard.
No. Yeah.
I just don't, because Darius is out.
Yeah.
If Darius were healthy, I think it would be different. But like Minnesota with AJ Turner and Darius out has not run the ball well.
No.
It's been a lot of Drake Lindsey, and Drake Lindsey has been amazing.
Yeah.
He's really good. But Minnesota needs to find a way to get that running game going. And against this Matt Patricia defense, I don't think it's the right week to get the running game going.
No. No, I don't see it at all. And
John's buffering. So yeah, okay, John got kicked out. I also don't really see it. I think that this is a big game for the Buckeyes passing game, particularly. I just think Julian Sayin has been good, but he's been more efficient than explosive. This might be all right. And John's back.
Okay.
I was just saying that Julian Sayin's been more efficient than explosive of late, and I wonder if that changes this week and if Ohio State's a little more aggressive and attacks downfield a little more at home.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I'm Minnesota's been doing a really good job stopping the run.
Yes.
Not to say that they won't. You know, Ohio State is like, you know, I mean, they've got Bo Jackson.
They got Bo Jackson
and Bo Knows. So you know, I think that I'm never going to give up on that. By the way,
I know. For the next 3 years, I'm prepared for it.
So, but you know, I think that Minnesota could slow down this offense to a point.
Yeah.
And then I think they'll pull away at some point, and you know, that'll be curtains for the Gophers. So to anyone out there who is going to want to troll us, you know, as Gopher fans or any Gopher fan, you know, I don't think any Gopher fan is coming into this thinking that somehow we're going to win this game. And I'm speaking particularly to Wisconsin fans at this point in time. It's not, you know, we're not delusional. I think that this is going to be what I want to see, I guess, is a decent fight. I want to see Drake Lindsey get some good experience. I want to see him, you know, complete some passes against a really good defense and maybe look good doing it. And, you know, and maybe seeing a little bit of an improvement on the run game. I want to see the defense, especially really slow down that Ohio State run game. I'd love to see them continue to get some effectiveness, I guess, against a really good Ohio State offensive line. And maybe Anthony Smith has a decent game.
Yeah.
And hopefully Coy can continue to look competitive out there, and Kerry Brown and whatnot. But yeah, dude, I don't see it. I think you're right. I think one of the main factors is going to be PJ probably at half being like, okay, now let's we put up a fight. Let's now just get out of here as healthy as possible. So,
yeah.
And he'll just run the ball, chew up clock, and that's it, you know? So, yep. It's going to be an Ohio State win, clearly.
Unless they turn it over like 5 times.
Maybe.
And then who knows? But I don't think that's going to happen. Julian Sayin has been really good.
Yeah.
Protecting the ball.
5 times is a lot. And plus, you got Jeremiah Smith back there, man.
I know. And Carnell Tate and Max Clare. And I mean, it's an NFL. Ohio State's an NFL team every year.
Yep.
Essentially. Yep. They're just a team of a bunch of guys who aren't in the NFL yet, but are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got some NFL guys, but not at every position.
No.
You know? And I think what scares me with this is that Arvell Reese, they've been using him to spy the quarterback and like attack. And like basically when the quarterback if he doesn't have a coverage responsibility, he's supposed to just go get the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Drake Lindsey's a great thrower. He's not the most mobile guy.
No.
He's not Damon Williams. He's not going to be able to escape from the Buckeye defense that way. So yeah, I don't love this. I've got Ohio State 38, Minnesota 6.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in a way, I mean, I would love 38. I can see 38. I can see 42. I can see, more.
I guess, but Ryan Day's been running the ball and like trying
Yeah.
to slow it down. And he's not trying to he's trying to do what Michigan did a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like he's trying to manage games more than just blow everyone to smithereens.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Minnesota, like 6 points, maybe 9. I don't think they score a touchdown.
Probably not.
And that's it. But I also don't have a lot of faith in our kicker either of getting any field goals. But so
our kicker's good from 40 yards and in.
That's true. That's
just
true.
Getting outside that is not great.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be ugly for us. Not a fun watch.
Probably not. I hate that this is a night game in prime time.
Which is
I wish this was an 11 a.m. kick.
Yeah.
Like the fact that this is the Here Comes Saturday Night game and it's going to be all hyped up, and then it could just be a blowout track race for track meet for Ohio State. Yeah.
Like I get it. And we do need to touch on this. Like Ohio State fans have been crying for a year or two about how like it's like we're always the big noon game and whatever. And it's like, sure, like here's a night game for you. Which frankly I personally would take more big noon games. And Minnesota's playing 4 or 5 night games this year, like something.
It's a lot of night games.
Anyway, so Ohio State, here you go. You get a blowout win at night. I know it's gonna feel good for you, so enjoy it.
Yeah, I just hope nobody gets hurt.
That's it. Yeah, me too.
I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I think if the Gophers are going to have a chance, the best option they have is maybe to throw at Jalen Smith, because athletically he matches up with Ohio State probably better than our other receivers do.
Yeah.
Jalen Smith, he is only a freshman, but he has tools.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw it last week when they threw the quick pass to him and he just turned behind the line of scrimmage, caught it, and then beat 2 guys to the pylon and dragged them into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's going to have to be plays like that from Jalen Smith. He's going to have to do like impressive stuff. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm grasping at straws here. We're going to get run off the field.
Yeah. Yep. So anyone who tries to troll me or says anything about this on Twitter, like, look, man, I there's no response to you. I don't care, because not one part of me is going to try to post or defend this loss at all. So
no. But if Minnesota somehow wins,
I'm coming at everybody.
Oh, everybody. Everybody, the whole world. What do you think they'd be ranked if they somehow won this game?
I mean, look,
like
dude,
15th?
Yeah, I mean, you would hope they'd be in the top 20, but like, because of course, like, we're not a helmet school, like, or someone that they're willing to be great again. The national media, that is. I mean, I could see, somewhere between 15 and 20, is probably where they'd put us. How far would Ohio State drop, though?
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they drop out of the top 10 or anything.
Yeah.
But especially if it was like kind of fluky and we did have a bunch of turnovers or something, or Julian Sane got hurt, or, something like that.
Yeah.
Would be. But yeah, no, Ohio State's going to win this one big. Yeah. Minnesota's got to regroup and get ready to go on a winning streak. Hopefully, after this, you got Purdue, Northwestern, Nebraska.
Yep.
You got to win those games.
Yep.
So, yeah, I guess that's a really roundabout way of saying that there's not a lot to say about this game.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
John, are we going to get out of here in under an hour?
Probably not. I think
I don't even know who we are anymore.
I mean, if you want me to go through it really quick, we
No, no, you don't have to do that. But it's this is a short pod for us. But only what, 7 games this week?
Yeah. So one more than last week? And last week was 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 games. So 4 teams on bye.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Just win the bye week. It's always important. Got to win the bye week.
That's it.
Minnesota won the bye week, and then they won the game after. Got to do that.
Yeah. Well, good luck to everybody out there. Hope everyone just stays
except
healthy.
for Wisconsin. Not wishing you any luck.
Except for Wisconsin. I mean, I don't want anybody to get hurt, but yes, I hope you lose your game. And as always, so yeah. All right. Well, we'll get out of here. You want to find We Live for Saturday? You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Podcast Addict. You can find us on Twitter at We Live for B1G Sat. You can find Mike at Alibaba26. You can find me, John, at Norwegian Gopher. You can email us, We Live for Saturday, b1g@gmail.com. Please like, follow, subscribe, tweet, retweet, all that good stuff, especially here on YouTube. We really appreciate it.
Yes. Subscribe to us on YouTube, please. We appreciate it, and it helps us a lot, especially if you're still listening 61 minutes into a podcast and you haven't subscribed yet. Just please subscribe. We appreciate you. Awesome. All right, John, it should be a really exciting weekend of football right up until we get our doors kicked in by the Buckeyes in the shoe. Friend of the pod, Phil, tried to talk me into going to this game. I was like, I'm not going to this game, Phil.
No.
Like, and sit here and watch you cheer for 4 quarters while I just am miserable. No, thanks. Doesn't sound fun to me.
Nope.
I've been to an Ohio State Minnesota game with him before, and it was during the Brewster era. And we got beat so badly that the student section cleared out to the point where we moved to the front, and then Phil got a high five from Brutus the Buckeye because he had on his jersey after a touchdown. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as that game was, but it's gonna be pretty bad, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all right. A lot of season left. It's 1 week.
That's right.
I love how we're already shaking off a loss before it happens. Good for us.
What else are you going to do, man?
It's Ohio State, juggernaut.
Dude.
It's Ohio State. They're different.
Exactly.
I think, look, even against Oregon, I think you have a chance. But against Ohio State, I just don't think you do.
No. I'm with you. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for rocking with us. Have an awesome weekend of football, and we will see you in the review episode on Sunday, probably. All right. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one.